Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Technical Solution. This lecture contains the concept of sampling theorem and numerical based on sampling theorem asked in various competitive examination. So let us start with sampling. What is sampling? Sampling is a process of converting continuous signal into discrete time signal. So how to convert this continuous time signal into discrete? So let us understand with an example. Let us say message signal MT is given like this. This is a message signal xt. Okay, so to convert it into discrete, we have to multiply with a impulse train, that is del t minus nts, and this impulse train is given like this. This is ts, 2ts, 3ts, 4ts, 5ts, 6ts. If we multiply this message signal xt with this impulse train del of t minus nts, then we get the output at the time instant where this impulse is present, that is in this manner. Okay, that is ts, 2ts, 3ts, 4ts, 5ts, 6ts. Simply, if you want to understand at this point, then that is ts, that is 2ts, that is 3ts, that is 4ts, that is 5ts, that is 6ts, that is 7ts. So if we want to reconstruct our message signal back, then we have to join this tip of the output and we get our message signal back. Okay, and let us understand with in frequency domain. The Fourier transform of this message signal is like this. That is frequency domain f, and this is xf, that is fm, that is minus fm, and let us have a amplitude of 1. Okay, if we multiply this xt with del of t minus nts, then the Fourier transform of this xt into del t minus nts is given as 1 upon ts summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x f minus n fs, where fs equal to 1 by ts. We can also write it, this is fs summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x f minus n fs. Okay, this is the message signal. Then the output in frequency domain after sampling is given like this. This is 1, this is minus fm, this is fm. Put n equal to 0 where n is integer. Put n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, then we get, if we put n equal to 1, then we get x f minus fs, and this amplitude is 1 is multiplied with fs, that is fs. Then it is shifted like this. This is fs and this is fs plus fm, and this is fs minus fm. This is minus fs, this is minus fs minus fm, and this is minus fs plus fm. Like this, if you put n equal to 2, then this is also shift like this. This is twice of fs, twice of fs plus fm, and twice of fs minus fm. In frequency domain, if we want to recover back or message signal back, then this fs minus fm should be greater than this fm. That is, fs minus fm should be greater than or equal to fm. Or if you transfer this fm in this side, then we get fs is greater than or equal to twice of fm. This is known as Nyquist rate. Okay, that is fs is greater than or equal to twice of fm. If fs is less than twice of fm, then our message signal is overlapping. That is, this is 0, this is fm, this is minus fm. If this fs minus fm, if this fs is less than, that is, this fs is less than twice of fm, then this signal is overlapping to each other. And this is fs, this is fs minus fm, and we are unable to recover back our message signal. Okay, that's why this is the criteria, this is the Nyquist criteria to recover back our message signal. Find the Nyquist rate of these two functions, that is cos 4 pi into 10 to the power cube t. Compare with this signal with cos 2 pi fmt. From here, fm equal to 2 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, that is 2 kilohertz. And as you know that the sampling frequency is the twice of the maximum frequency present in the signal, that is fs equal to twice of fm, and this is Nyquist rate, that is 2 into 2 kilohertz, that is fs Nyquist rate equal to 4 kilohertz. Similarly, in example 2, compare with this signal with cos 2 pi fm1t plus 5 sin 2 pi fm2t. Here fm1 equal to 2 into 10 to the power 3, that is 2 kilohertz, and fm2 equal to 4 into 10 to the power 4, that is 40 kilohertz. As you know that the sampling frequency is the twice of the maximum frequency present in the signal. Here maximum frequency is 40 kilohertz. That's why fs equal to twice of fm equal to 2 into 40, that is 80 kilohertz, which is Nyquist rate. Find the Nyquist rate of this sinc 100t. To find out the Nyquist rate of this sinc function, let us first understand the Fourier transform of rectangular pulse. Let us have a rectangular pulse is given as a rect t by t, where a is the magnitude of this rectangular pulse and t is the width. This a rect t by t is represented like this. This is magnitude a and this is 0. This is t by 2 and this is minus t by 2. Okay. This function is given as a rect t by t. Then the Fourier transform of this rectangular pulse is given by sinc function, that is this sinc function. Okay, and the amplitude of this sinc function is given by area of this rectangular pulse, that is its height is a and its width is t, that is at, and its zero crossover frequency is given as, in frequency domain, that is 1 by t, 2 by t, 3 by t. minus 1 by t minus 2 by t minus 3 by t, that is a t sinc ft. How to find this crossover frequency? This ft is the integer value, any integer value, okay, that is 1 2 3 4. Then from this the f equal to 1 by t, 2 by t, 3 by t. These are the zero crossover frequency of this sinc function. If it is in time domain, okay, and want to calculate the Fourier transform of this, then according to duality property, that is this signal is represented as AT, this is sinc, AT sinc, this f is converted to t, okay, and according to duality property, this rectangular pulse is multiplied with 2 pi and a rect minus t by, this is in frequency domain f by t. As this rectangular pulse is even function, then we can also write it 2 pi a rect f by t. We compare this equation with this. Here AT is 1, that is sinc, and the duration is 100 t. Then its Fourier transform is given like this. This is 50 and this is minus 50. This is frequency domain, and this is 2 pi by 100. To find out the sampling frequency of this sinc t, as we know that sinc t is also given as sine pi t divided by pi t. Then this sinc 100t is given as sine 100 pi t divided by 100 pi t. Compare this sine 100 pi t with sine 2 pi fm t. From here we get fm equal to 50 hertz. If you want to calculate the Nyquist frequency using Fourier transform, then we know that the Fourier transform of sinc function is given as rectangular pulse, that is this, and this is fm, that is 50 hertz, and this is minus 50 hertz. This is f, this is 2 pi by 100. Okay, as this is fm, that is maximum frequency present in the message signal, therefore the sampling frequency is given as twice of fm, which is also Nyquist rate, that is 2 into 50 hertz, that is 100 hertz. If you want to calculate the sampling frequency of sinc square 100t, then we can also write as sinc square 100t, that is sinc 100t into sinc 100t. As you know that multiplication in time domain, this is time domain and this is frequency domain. Multiplication in time domain converts to convolution in frequency domain, whereas convolution in time domain converts to multiplication in frequency domain. Okay, so here multiplication in time domain, that means the frequency transform of sinc 100t is given by this rectangular pulse, and the frequency transform of this sinc 100t is also given by this rectangular pulse, that is 50 and minus 50, that is f, that is 2 pi by 100. Then what is the convolution of these two function? What is convolution of these two function? According to convolution shortcut, if we are having two rectangular pulse having same width, then it converts into triangular pulse, and this width, this lower width is added, whereas this higher width is also added. Therefore, the convolution of this signal is given like this. This become a triangular pulse having width a1, a2 into t, that is magnitude of this a1 and magnitude of this a2 and into this width, that is 2 pi by 100 into 2 pi by 100 into 100, and this portion is addition of this minus 50 and minus 50, that is minus 100, whereas this upper frequency is given as addition of this, that is 100 f. As this is fm, so the Nyquist rate or sampling frequency is given as twice of fm, which is 2 into 100, that is 200 hertz. Find the Nyquist rate of sinc 50t into sinc 100t. As we know that multiplication in time domain leads to convolution in frequency domain, then the Fourier transform of this sinc 50t is given by rectangular pulse. If you compare this sinc function is also given as sin 50 pi t divided by 50 pi t. From here we get, if we compare with sin 2 pi fmt, then we get fm equal to 25. Then here this rectangular pulse has a width of 25 and this is minus 25, and this amplitude is given by 2 pi divided by 50, this is f. Whereas sinc 100t, in the same way the rectangular pulse of sinc 100t is given as sinc 100t is given as a rectangular pulse having width 50 and minus 20, 50 and minus 50, 50 and minus 50t. Then according to convolution shortcut, the output of this convolution becomes a trapezoidal signal that is given like this. Where this minimum frequency is addition of these two frequency, that is minus 25 and minus 50, that is minus 75, and addition of, and the maximum frequency is given as addition of this 25 and this 50, that is 75, whereas this limit is given as this is T1, let us suppose this is T1 and this is T2. Then this portion is given by T1, that is we have to add 50 in this, okay, then we get minus 25, whereas this is T2, That means we have to add 100 in this 75, that is 25. Okay, this is the maximum frequency present in the signal, that is FM equal to 75 Hertz. Therefore, the Nyquist rate, that is sampling frequency, is twice of FM, is given as 2 into 75, that is 150 Hertz. This question of Nyquist sampling rate was asked in GATE 2010, in which ST is given as sine 500 pi t divided by pi t into sine 700 pi t divided by pi t. If we multiply in this, if we divide 500 and multiply 500, and in this if we divide 700 and multiply 700, then this signal is converted into sinc function, and this is also in sinc function, which is given as st equal to 500 sinc 500t into 700 sinc 700t. As you know that the Fourier transform of sinc function is given as rectangular pulse, then the Fourier transform of this 500 sinc 500t is given as, this is 250 minus 250, and this is 2 pi divided by 500 into amplitude is 500, this is f, and the Fourier transform of this 700 sinc 700t is given as this minus 350 to 350, this is f, this is 2 pi divided by 700 into amplitude is 700. Okay, then the convolution of this, as you know that time domain multiplication converts to frequency domain convolution, and the convolution of two non-equal rectangular pulse is given by trapezoidal function, that is like this, where this lower limit is given by addition of this minus 350 and minus 250, that is 600 minus 600, and addition of this 350 and 250, that is plus 600, this is f, and value of this is given by, here it is width t1, whereas value of this is given by, from here this is t2, in which t1 is width of this and t2 is width of this, in which t1 is 500. Then add 500 in this minus 600, that is minus 100, and add 700 in minus 600, that is 100. So we get FM equal to 600. Then the Nyquist rate, that is equal to sampling frequency equal to twice of maximum frequency present in the signal, that is twice of 600, that is 1200. This question was asked in GATE 2006, in which we have to find the Nyquist sampling rate of this signal xt, which is given as 5 sin 2 pi 1000 t divided by pi t whole cube plus 7 into sin 2 pi 1000 t by pi t का whole square. If we, this is sin 2 pi 1000 t divided by pi t. If we multiply in, if we divide in this 1000 and multiply in this 1000, this is whole cube, and this is, if we multiply in this 1000 sin 2 pi 1000 t divided by 1000 pi pi t. Then there is no effect in this signal, and this is converted into sinc function, as we know that sinc of t equal to sine pi t divided by pi t. Therefore 5 sinc 2000 t a whole cube plus 7, and this is also 1000 inside, and this is 1000 sinc 2000 t का whole square. As we know that the Fourier transform of sinc function is rectangular pulse, and here this sinc cube t is written as 5 into 1000 cube sinc 2000 t into sinc 2000 t into sinc 2000 t, whereas this sinc function is written as 7 into 1000 square into sinc 2000 t into sinc 2000 t. This is multiplication in time domain leads to convolution in frequency domain. Therefore here the Fourier transform of this sinc function is given by rectangular pulse, which is given as 1000, and this is minus 1000. As it is repeated 2 more time, then this is 1000 and this is minus 1000. Okay, so here we get the Fourier transform of this sinc 2000 t square. Okay, and if we multiply one more, if we convolve one more rectangular pulse, that is minus 1000 and plus 1000 f f f, as the we know that the Nyquist rate is defined as a twice of the maximum frequency present in the signal. So here we see that the maximum frequency of this signal sine 2 pi 1000 t divided by pi t का whole cube. So the convolution of this rectangular pulse is given by triangular pulse, which lower limit is addition of this all three, that is minus 3000, and upper limit is addition of this all three, that is 3000 f, and let us suppose this is magnitude a. Okay, then we get fm equal to 3000 hertz and Nyquist rate, that is twice of sampling frequency, that is twice of 3000, equal to 6000 hertz. Answer. This question was asked in GATE 2001, in which find the Nyquist sampling interval of the signal, that is sinc 700t plus sinc 500t. This is the addition of two functions. So here fm1 equal to 350 and fm2 equal to 250. As the Nyquist rate is given by the twice of the maximum frequency present in the signal. So the maximum frequency is here 700t. For 700t, that is sinc 700t. So frequency of this sinc function is given by this rectangular pulse, that is 350 minus 350 into 2 pi divided by 700. This is f. As fs equal as fm equal to 350 and Nyquist rate equal to fs equal to twice of fm, that is 2 into 350, that is 700 hertz. But we are asked to find out the Nyquist interval, which is Ts equal to 1 upon Fs equal to 1 upon 700 second. Okay, thank you.